The government has a respite, another 3 months of funding. The move happening at the nearly the last minute last night. That averts a crippling government shutdown right before the holidays. Madeline Rivera has the story.
After remaining largely silent about the spending fight, something the White House says was intentional, President Biden released a statement about the bill. He says, in part, this agreement represents a compromise, which means neither side got everything it wanted, but it rejects the accelerated pathway to a tax cut for billionaires that Republicans sought, and it ensures the government can continue to operate at full capacity. The final proposal, the third attempt by House Speaker Mike Johnson to keep the government open, is slimmer than a bipartisan agreement that House Speaker Mike Johnson had struck with Democrats. It keeps funding at current levels until mid-March. It also includes more than $100 billion in disaster aid and $10 billion in economic aid for farmers. Notably missing is a debt limit increase, something President-elect Trump had demanded. The bill received bipartisan support in both chambers of Congress overnight, with Republicans and Democrats either celebrating wins or, at the very least, accepting the realities of a narrow House margin.
We continued to fund government at levels that were set by Democrats in the last Congress and then, slightly modified by President Biden.
We did what was basic to get us across this finish line, fund the government until President Trump comes in with the Republican trifecta, and then we will go through line by line and see how we can reduce spending and get our fiscal house in order.
But the spending fight exposed the divisions among the House Republican Conference, foreshadowing the challenges that might surface next year as Republicans try to implement Trump's agenda. House Republicans have another small majority next year, meaning they'll likely have to rely on Democratic votes to get any legislation through the finish line. At the White House, Madeline Rivera, Fox News.